If you're looking to buy or sell any FIFA 23 Ultimate Team coins, you can use u4gm.com as a reliable place to do so, and using code ELYTE, ELYYT, will get you 5% off your order. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. My name is Sean, aka Elite, and today we've got some leaked SBCs that are coming to FIFA 23 Ultimate Team. I'm going to show you guys exactly what those cards are, how they're going to affect the market, how they might affect SBC fodder. But first, we've got something that is very urgent to do, so let's go ahead and hop into that. Because we've got FIFA World Cup player upgrade packs. These are in SBCs. They are out for another 8 hours. By the time this video comes out, another 5 to 6 hours. And after this expires, it's going to be very, very difficult to get any sort of FIFA World Cup card. So if you are close to the next level, I would suggest go out and do that SBC as many times as you need to get to the next level. As you guys can see, I'm here at 497, and I'm very close to getting to 500, which is level 8, which gives me another 81 times 11 pack. But if we go all the way to the next level, which is level 9, which gives us another 100k pack, it might actually be worth trying to get to 600. You think, all right, you have to do that at least 20 more times, probably 30 or 35, just because you're going to get duplicates. But you get 3,000 coins and you get another 100k pack, but it's only 3 bronzes to do the SBC. If you go over to the squad building challenge itself, it is very, very cheap to do the squad building challenge of the 75 plus upgrade. So all I have to do is submit those 3, and I should get 3 players at least in return. Sometimes you'll get 2 and get unlucky. Sometimes you'll get 4 or all 5, but it just depends on your luck. If you're close to that next level, go out and do this SBC. And if you have a lot of bronzes in your club, well, there's no reason to hold on to those because they're very easily replenished, and this is a good way to turn those coins or turn those bronze cards into big packs. We get Coletta card there. I think that's new. I'm not sure, but we'll see. And we get ourselves 4 new cards. So after that pack, which only cost us 3 bronze cards, we are now set for another 81 plus times 11 pack that will be given to us at the end of this promo now that we are at level 8. So I can go out and do that as many times as I need to in the next 8 hours to get myself all the way to that 100k pack. And well, if you think about it, you could just go out and open bronze packs. If you are out of bronze players, you could use silvers, although those have a little bit more value. There's only 750 coins that you're spending. You're going to get at least 3 bronze players, and those 3 bronze players can be turned into 5 World Cup players. So if you think about it in that aspect, I think it's still worth going out, getting all these players, and then putting them in towards the rewards for the FIFA World Cup promo. We went over most of the new winter wildcard leaks in yesterday's video, so if you haven't seen that, go check it out. But we do now have Nicolas Pepe added to the promo, which is an 87 rated expected card. Well balanced, nothing crazy in compared to some of the other cards we've seen in the promo. But more importantly, we have a Rodrigo De Paul SBC coming to the game. And this squad building challenge is going to be a very desirable one. We'll see what they price it at, but we know a lot of people have been having their Argentinian squads be built due to them winning the World Cup, due to them being in so many of the promos, due to the Di Maria SBC coming out or the Enzo Fernandez Showdown SBC. A lot of people have Argentinians, so they'd be willing to pay whatever price this SBC ends up being. It's a very hyped up SBC. It actually came out immediately after I had uploaded yesterday's video, and there are definitely investments that have, 1, already moved, and 2, could move a lot more. If we go over to Futbin, we can take a look at some of the cards that would get a strong link to De Paul or get good chemistry with the De Paul card in the game. And the first one that came to mind for myself was Angel Correa. Of course, he was part of the Showdown SBCs as well. A lot of people have him already, but if you don't have him already and you end up doing the other squad building challenge, which is the De Paul, well, he's 22 to 23,000 coins. You could snipe him for probably 21 or less without too much issue. The only problem with this is it is already up in price from what it was the last couple of days. Now, before Argentina won the World Cup and before all these upgrades and new Argentinian cards were introduced into the game, he was 17,000 coins. So he's already up into big profit if you bought him then, but not very many people did. But there are a lot of people who have bought in the last 2 days, especially the last 24 hours, that are all investments in anticipation for the Rodrigo De Paul SBC. So there is a little bit of risk if you go in on this card, but I do think that there is a lot more reward. I think if you do go in and it doesn't work out, he just drops maybe 500, 1,000 coins, 2,000 at worst. But if it does work out, because De Paul is Argentinian and on Atletico Madrid, he could rise upwards of 4,000 or 5,000 coins. So I think there is definitely some upside to investing in this card before it does come out. Now, here's the thing about this Correa card. We don't know if that De Paul is going to drop on Thursday or Friday or even Saturday. So you're kind of waiting on when EA will drop that SBC. Now, of course, it's already in the leaks, so it should be sooner than later. But the Winter Wildcard promo doesn't actually start until Friday. So I wouldn't expect it on Thursday, although it could come out on Thursday. I would say the most likely day it comes out is Friday, but we will see. Now, there are some other link investments that have been very hyped up recently. Now, one of those is Griezmann. I am never going to touch one of these cards again personally, after what it did to me, after how screwed I got by EA. Not going to touch it. But if you are interested, it has dropped a ton since the De Paul has been leaked, because here is what happened. Right when De Paul got leaked, it rose in price. Here is the leak. It rose in price all the way to 720K. In fact, I was watching this card. There it is, 717. So it rose about 30,000 coins, maybe not quite, but close to it. And since then, the SBC did not drop on that day, and it probably was never going to. And ever since that, it has only gone down in price, and it continues to drop. So when it ever starts to hit that bottom point, you could maybe make a flip on this card. Obviously, still high risk. The Path to Glory cards have been some of the most volatile cards in FIFA history. So you're always playing a little bit of risk with a card like that. Now, here's the thing. Alejandro Gomez is another one who obviously gets a link to De Paul, and he's down in price too, 920K. Earlier today, you're going to see the exact same thing will have happened. Right here, you can see it goes from about 950K to 1 million after it gets leaked, and then when it does not get dropped into the game, he crashes down in price to 920,000 coins. So he is relatively low in comparison to what he was. If he goes back up to that 1 million, you are making at least 30,000 coin profit, but it is a big if. So that is some of the more higher budget investments that could work out with this SBC Rodrigo De Paul. And there's a lot of other cards that I've definitely looked at as well. More medium budget here, medium risk, which is Gonzalo Montiel. You're running a little bit of risk with this card because it has risen a ton due to other SBCs like Di Maria. You can see when the Di Maria dropped, it went from 70K to 80,000 coins. But it is back down to 72,000 coins. There could be another spike up. But once this card starts dropping, after all this Argentinian hype is over, it's going to go down pretty far because it's not a spectacular card. If you just looked at the face value of this card without its links, it's not worth anywhere close to 70K. But just because of the complimentary links, it's up at 70K. I would not be surprised if it went over 80. I would not be surprised if you could make profit on it. But in the end, if they make Rodrigo De Paul way too expensive, then maybe it just continues to steadily drop. It's, again, similar to Correa. There is some risk to it, but if the investment doesn't work out, it should steadily drop instead of crash really quickly. So there will be time to get out with minimal loss, while if it does work out, you could end up with a lot of profit. So I don't think there's a ton of risk with these. You do have to understand that if it doesn't work out, you're going to lose some coins. It shouldn't be terrible. It shouldn't be like a huge market crash on them. So I wouldn't say that that these cards are huge risk, and if you want to go in on a couple of them, it wouldn't be a terrible idea. Now, the next thing we've got to talk about, guys, because this is not the only squad building challenge that is leaked into the game, we have new icon SBCs coming to the game, and these are some of the better icons that we have seen in FIFA 23 Ultimate Team so far for squad building challenges. The 88 Maldini, 87 pace, 90 defense, 78 physicality, and 73 passing. Now, if we go over to the 2-foot bin and we look at that exact same Maldini, which is the 88 Maldini, you can move that card to center back, which I think is crucial for this SBC. And you have to understand, it is only 400k on the market. It is in perfect budget for people to go out and build squad building challenges for this Maldini. I think that if they price this right, a lot of people will actually go out and do this. This could have an effect on SBC fodder. And then Jairzinho, 90 rated and right wing. It's got very good stats. We can take a look at what his price is on the market currently. Jairzinho's 90, which is the mid icon Jairzinho. He's 1.2 million coins. So, of course, they're going to make it very, very expensive. Will many people go out and do that one? Probably not, depending on the price. If they make it really good price, maybe a lot of people do. But it's out of budget. Nobody has that much SBC fodder on their club to just go out and do in comparison to the Maldini. But it seems like it's going to hit both markets, where it's going to be like, okay, you've got this more budget card. A lot of people have SBC fodder, can build the Maldini, and then some people will go out and actually build the Jairzinho from scratch and buy a lot of players. 89 rateds are still pretty low. Right now, 35,000 coins. That is the lowest they've been in over a month since before Black Friday. So I think that maybe these cards get pushed up a little bit due to these icon SBCs. Will there be a huge spike, a lot of profit? Probably not yet. But as Winter Wildcards continues and we get more SBCs and we get closer to Team of the Year, 89s might not get cheaper before Team of the Year. This might be the lowest they get, and even if they only go up to 38, 39k, you're getting in at their lowest point right now, and you're just holding. You're going to hold until they go up over 40k, up even over 50k, which I think is probably going to happen during Team of the Year at some point. So it might be a little bit of a longer term investment. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but it wouldn't be a bad idea. To get them at their lowest point, you're looking at 88s and 89s, maybe even 90s. 87s are still decently low, and the De Paul could require 87. Same for Maldini. So right now, we can go and look at Heung-min Son. And at this price, you're only looking at about 2,000 coin tax as well. Wrong slot there. 36,000 coins. There we have it. You're only looking at 2,000 coin tax, not even that at this point. Once it hits 40k, you're looking at 2k tax. So the risk is very minimal. There's always going to be new SBCs that demand high-rated fodder, icon SBCs, etc. So I think that if you're going to make a safe investment, this is the safest of them all. There is another Winter Wildcard swap in the game after they've released the new season, and it's in moments. Now, of course, you can go out and get all your stars. It's pretty quick and easy to get the stars. We did it at the beginning of Season 1, but hasn't really been anything to do these moments for since then. But if you scroll across, there is one for 20 moments. It's not the Ultimate Draft Token Pack. It is this one that has no title and no description. It is hiding in here. This is a wild card swap. So if you want to get an extra swap, it is right here. It is hiding, and that's how you guys can end up getting yourself closer to some of those big pack rewards. And since pretty much all of the moments packs that you can get in return are tradable, it looks like EA have messed up, and this Winter Wildcard swap, at least for now, is tradable. You can see this guy on Twitter. His name is Hussein W. Sold his Baron for 10k. I think that's a great deal if you're buying it for 10k, because then you can just go out and get your Baron and you have another extra swap. It's probably cheaper than the ones you buy off the store. anyways, as they release those. So yeah, maybe check the market and see if you can snipe one of these winter wildcard Baron cards. The last thing I want to talk about today is icon panic, because prime icons are coming out in just a few hours, but these are in packs. Not a lot of people are going to pack them on day one, yet there's a ton of people that have gone out and sold their base icons, sold their mid icon cards in panic that they're going to drop because of these prime icons, and realistically, they're only dropping because of the panic. They're not actually dropping because of the prime icons themselves. Now, over time, that may be true, but I think there is opportunity for some flips and some profit, as we've seen a lot of cards, and I'll start with this Roberto Carlos, have dropped a ton in the last day. He's 465K right now, and if we take a look at the hourly graph just from Tuesday, well, he was 520,000 coins on Tuesday. Yesterday, he was up to 570K at his peak, at the low point 540. And just today, as this loading screen has appeared, he has dropped from 540 all the way down to 460K. So arguably down about 100K in 2 days. That's a big drop for a card that's not really going to be immediately replaced by these prime icons. This 91 Roberto Carlos that will come out, yes, is going to affect the price of the other ones over time as this one gets lower in price, but it's just not going to be cheap on day one. This Roberto Carlos is going to be very expensive for a couple days, as there's not a ton of supply yet. So I would definitely go out and look at some of the cards that have been panic sold the most and see if you can get in on an undercut or a snipe of somebody who's just gone too low. And I would focus maybe on the Brazilians and on the Italians, just because we're getting the Maldini and the Jairzinho that we talked about earlier. So Del Piero at 250,000 coins just a couple days ago was over 300K. In the last couple of days, he's dropped down to 250. If you can get that for under 250, you might not be looking at a bad deal. Now, there are a couple that are a little bit more iffy, like Zambrata, because I'm afraid that some of the people who have him at left back and just use him at left back might end up selling because of the new SBC for Maldini, who can play left back. So you got to be a little bit wary of that Zambrata because of that. And his card hasn't nearly dropped as much. So there might be some that aren't as good. You've got the World Cup icon Baggio, who looks usable still, only 170,000 coins right now. And he was 180 yesterday. You can see he's actually a card that's sort of on the up because he is out of packs. So that might not be a terrible card to grab. There's a lot of different options. These are just a few. And if you want to take a look at icons in particular and how their market is fluctuating, you can go to Index Icons and it'll show you basically what are these icons doing at any given time. And you can see right here, they're kind of on a downward trend. It did spike here. But ever since that loading screen, it's been on a downward trend. And even on the daily graph, you can see they've been going down over the last week or so in preparation for these prime icons to be released. You can see which icons are down the most and which icons are up the most in terms of the last 24 hours. And right now, it looks like Petr Cech's down a lot. Jairzinho, his card is down a lot, of course, because he's got a leaked SBC. But if we take a look at maybe, you look at Roberto Carlos, he's down 11%. That's a card we just looked at. Maybe Kaká at center attacking mid. It's not going to be competing with the Jairzinho really at right wing. This card's still usable, 190,000 coins. What was it a couple days ago? It was 270. So I really do think that these cards could see a little bit of a rebound. You can pick these cards up today and sell them sometime this weekend, and I think you're looking pretty good in that regard. Here we have our Team of the Year pack project, which has only been going for a few days now. We are up to almost 2 million coins in total pack value, almost 200 total rare gold cards, including a lot of the 84 plus times 20 cards. So we're getting ready for Team of the Year. This has only been going for a couple of days. Hopefully we can be over 5 million in total pack value by the time Team of the Year rolls around for a huge pack opening. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. And if you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to drop a like on the video. Let's shoot for 169 likes today. And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if you made it to the end, the secret comment of the day is going to be Jairzinho. Jairzinho, if you use his name in the comments down below, I'll make sure to drop a heart on your comment. And that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.